All right, everybody, good morning here. We're in Pearland, Texas, and I'm taking Nga around for the Travis Watson historical tour, showing her around my high school and places where I lived in high school, bars that I played at in Alvin, Texas, and various locations around Houston where I grew up. What do you think?
Excited!
All right, so here we go. Legit. Awesome banh mi.
Ngon quá.
All right. So this house is where my buddy Troy Morgan used to live. Shout out to my buddy Troy. Still know him today. So here is the Rachel house. This is where it was painted blue back in the day. But I lived here from 5th grade all the way up to high school, March 1995.
Wow.
That is the Rachel house.
Why do you call it Rachel's house?
Because it's on Rachel Street.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. So you live here and Troy over there?
Yep.
Wow.
And this is Mr. Broom's house. He passed away a long time ago. This is the Hutchins house.
You know everyone, huh?
Yeah. This house here is the old Villarreal house. Chris Villarreal. His brothers, 2 brothers. My buddy John Trim, he lived over here. This is where John Trim lived. Shout out to my buddy John. He's out there somewhere. This is the street I grew up on. This street house here is the Beecham house. Ty Beecham, Brooke Beecham. And then another friend of mine, Spring, she lived there. This is where my buddy Carlos Rios used to live, in this house right here, but they demolished it. I think it was a fire a long time ago. Another buddy lived here. Skipper, yeah. Skipper Roberts, he lived there. So this street here, this is where my buddy Jonathan Minton used to live. After high school, I never heard from him again. I think it was this house right here. Or it could have been that house. I think it was that house. But yeah, never heard from him again after high school. I think he's doing oceanography with the University of Galveston years ago. So yeah. Here a girl lived that for a while she said hi to me in the halls because we had a common route that we took between classes, and I never had the courage to ask her out for a date. So now I know why. Because yeah, was out there. Anyway, so this is where I used to play Little League right here. Football, baseball, right here. All this was not there. All the fence line and all that. So yeah. And that's where I went to school. Right here, man. I'm just gonna drive in. I don't care. I'm gonna break all the rules. Here I am. Biatch!
Wow. Driving in a playground.
Probably Kenny Black and all that good stuff. Kenny Black's a big prominent icon here in Friendswood. He's probably right there helping the kids. Shout out to Kenny. Right here, me and my buddies would put on our roller skates and go roller skating all the way to junior high to play hockey. We'd go along the street right here all the way through Friendswood. So right here is the Zeus Bales Intermediate School, formerly Westwood Elementary, from years ago. This is where I went to 5th grade, my first year in Friendswood, Texas. And it was pure hell. I was picked on so badly by a group of 5. And I don't know, man, I hoped I helped contribute to who they are today. And yeah, Friendswood Elementary. Mrs. Pear stood up for me years ago. Mattress Mac had a big motivational thing there in the gym. That was the gymnasium. And back when I went to school, none of this was here. None of this was here. This was all field back when I went there, back in 1991. And Sunset Drive right here is the left-hand turn that heads straight through. I mean, like some nice houses here, very wealthy. Yep, houses that I could probably afford, but I just don't want to pay for. Like, nope, give me a hammock and I'm good. Nice home.
Wow, whoa.
That's all.
We should go back here.
This house is just incredible, yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, got it.
So up here is the Liberty Tree, and a long time ago they did a time capsule. I'm not really sure if they opened it, but we're gonna try to see what the latest is on this time capsule. I forgot which year. 2076. Wow. Beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So this is where I went to junior high. Friendswood Junior High School, right here. So funny story, in junior high, I was really good at mimicking sounds. And the sound of the bell, which released everybody to go to the next class, it went like this. It went boo, boo. So I was much more good at it when I did it back then. So I would time it so 30 seconds prior, maybe 15 seconds prior, I'd go boo, boo. Then everybody would jump up. And then finally the real one, boo, boo, would come along. And yeah, it was so funny. So years ago, I remember I took karate class here, and right there, I remember right there, sitting right there, a random girl walked up to her. I still know her name. She walked up to me as I was sitting there and said, "Travis, you are so ugly." She said that to me literally. I'll never forget it. That's where the gymnasium was, and had gym class and recess and basketball little league right there. I was terrible. Back there. I love that house back there. Now that is nice. Perfect. Little truck out front, little shed. I'm like, yes, I love that. Oh, they got rid of the horse hooves. The mascot of Friendswood High School is the Mustang, and they had horse hooves right here. They got rid of it. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's so bare. No flowers.
I know. They don't have Vietnamese living there. I was always jealous of this person living right across the street from the Friendswood High School, but here we are, Friendswood High School. So back in my day, that part there was not there. You could walk in there. It was two separate buildings attached farther in. None of this was here. I mean, the section there was a whole auditorium back there, but that was recently torn down back then. Wow. Crazy. I don't think I could live here. Oh, they shut off the parking lot here. Okay, this never was there either, so you have to go out in that. I have no idea what that is. Probably some sports complex. Incredible. But yeah, I really don't think I would have been good here, staying in Friendswood my whole life. I would have just been a slobbering drunk my whole life, because I would constantly see my past in front of me and how the city had changed so much. So I think it was a great idea for me to move when I did to Nashville, Vietnam, and then Alaska. Oh yeah, one of my homeboys, Rollin, he lived there right across the street from Friendswood High School. I was so jealous. This is where the high school band area was, where I played jazz band terribly, a country twang and a jazz band. And back here is the stadium. I once saw Trisha Yearwood play live here when she had one album out back in 1992, I think.
Mustang.
Yeah. Football games, everything here. All right, ask me once again.
What college or what job did you go after high school?
Right after high school, I have no idea what I wanted to do. So I just took side jobs. Once I was working at a foundry pouring hot metal, making castings to make prints for these valves and whatnot, a place called Modern Patterns for 2 years. And then after that, I worked at Atlantic Aviation at Hobby Airport, where you landed today, for, you know, a flight line technician, like fueling aircraft, towing aircraft, catering, rental cars, and all of that. We handled all of that. I learned how to drive a stick shift car and a fully loaded jet fueled truck. So yeah, fueling truck. So yeah, that's what I did. And then when I got around aviation, I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to do something with minimal physical activity and maximum mental activity. And yeah, I wanted to see the world. Pearland Regional Airport. Wow. This is formerly called Clover Air Park back in 1998. July 1st, 1998, when I took my very first flying lesson right here. Pearland? Pearland?
Pearland.
Okay, close enough. You know, a nice little 310. So much fun to fly. That's a pretty cool place. You got your own pad to live in, your airplane in the hangar. Not a bad life. A little Piper Archer. Did instrument training in that. Cessna 172s and 152s. 738 Bravo Alpha. All right, enough of that. We're gonna head over to Pasadena, Texas. In other words, Stinkadena.
Where is that?
That way. All right, here's Red Top Pizza. I mean, burgers. Some awesome burgers there. And I once worked here at a video store, a VHS video store. All right, right here is where Kroger was back in 1990, 91. Jonathan Minton used to work there at a photo processing lab. Now it's a church, New Hope Church. But Kroger used to work here. I was a bagger. My record number of tips is $100, $102 for like close to Christmas, I think. Yeah. What are people waiting for? Look at this. Oh my God. The best tamales in town. So here we go, Outlook Street. And 227 Outlook is right here. This is where Grandma and Grandpa lived and raised Tammy and Patty and Kim right here. 227 Outlook. When I grew up, there used to be a tree right there, and I used to climb that tree. But this is the house now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And over there is where my buddy Tony used to live, that house over there, right next door. So, yeah, 227 Outlook, man, that's the place where it all began. 2 kitties. And the Hutchins, I think, they had the Nutchins or Hutchins, they had nice neighbors there. But that's the house. Some people say I look a lot younger for my age. Well, all I'm gonna say is I eat a lot of Asian food and I minimize my American food. This is Cinnamon Ridge Apartments. This is when I lived from like first grade. Yeah, Cinnamon Ridge. I'd wait outside here for the bus, and my grandma would come back and like pick me up and whatever. But usually I'd wait outside of here for the bus to come pick me up. After Mom and Don met, this is the first place they got together, and this is where we lived together. Yeah. So right back here is where we met. Well, not we met, but I used to live. There used to be big bushes in the middle of that hill right there. And where that cat is right there, that's the apartment where we used to live, 3101. Yep, that's where we used to live. Right next door was Rory Radcliffe, his mom Linda, and his sister April. They moved off to California somewhere. Right over there was Jason West. He was just a snot-nosed little brat. So we had big birthday parties. The swimming pool was over there. Big mud wars, dirt clod fights. Yeah, this is my, I'm named after Raymond Wesley Watson. And yeah, and Dorothy Dottie, she's married here.
So your grandmom.
And here's Jack Sport Watson. Yeah, my dad. 52 years old.